Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, yeah.
Do you get your turkey picked out, Jackie? Folks, we're talking with Jackie Broyles,
I don't get
sidekick of the famous Red State
no
Update
sidekick.
podcast.
It ain't nothing to do with that.
I'm
and
the
I
host
don't,
of that podcast, Dunlap. Welcome to this podcast. Sidekick,
Yeah,
Jackie,
yeah.
the sidekick. Did you get your turkey picked out?
I don't get turkeys or do turkeys or anything like that. I eat it, but I don't make it. The women down the street bring over 2 or 3 or 4 of them. I get about 4 meals that day. Because we know Miss Broyles used to do it. She can't do much anymore.
So it's a hassle. People bringing you all that free food.
No, that's fine. I ain't got a problem with that.
You're
it's a hassle
complaining.
cooking and making it because I cook. That's what I do for a living. When you cook all day at work, you don't want to go home, and then that's like still working. So I don't find any pleasure getting stuff ready to go in the oven. Some people enjoy cooking. Me, it's a living.
Killjoy.
Huh?
Bring everybody down.
What do you mean? Bring
Happy
everybody down?
Thanksgiving. Well, I don't like Thanksgiving. It's just like
I never said that. You're putting words in my damn mouth. I never said I like Thanksgiving just fine. It's nice. But I say thanks, and all them women are giving to me. I appreciate it.
So Thanksgiving to you is about thanking the 4 women who bring you a free turkey.
That's part of it. Yes, sir. It's being thankful for them and everything else we got. Yes.
What else have you got that you're thankful for?
I'm thankful for business. I'm thankful for what is left of the health that gets me to work and back home. Thankful Miss Broyles still here, even though she ain't what she used to be. She's still here. And having a home and everything else. All that. That's enough. You got a roof over your head and a place of business doing all right. You doing okay.
What about America?
Well, I used to be thankful for America, yeah.
But you're not until next year.
Hopefully. Hell, I don't know next year. I probably whoever wins, either side, probably still going to be less thankful. I'm thankful for America, but not like, used to be.
When were you the most thankful for America, would you say? What era? What year, if you could pinpoint?
Whenever we're at war.
You got to be extra thankful.
That's right.
That's your duty.
Exactly. When America's at war and you got to be behind her no matter what. That's
and
what you got to do. Troops, yeah.
Behind her, being thankful.
That we have the strongest military in the world, yeah. Thankful, yeah. So that and when, Bush, Reagan, Summer Nixon,
Back on back.
Well.
When were you least thankful for America?
Well, I think right now.
Right now is the least.
Yes, right now. Yeah, I thought I was the less thankful years ago, and I thought it couldn't get any worse than that, and I'm wrong, because it is. It's worse.
I'll tell you what I'm thankful for.
And nobody asked you, but go on, tell us. I don't care one way or the other.
I'm thankful for my good friend Jackie Broyles.
Well, aren't you sweet? Yeah, your sidekick. Jackie Broyles, as you like to say.
All these years, he's let me come in here into his store, drink his beer for free that he gives me.
I don't give it to you, but you going to sweep up or something for it.
We laugh and we carry on and kid each other.
Well,
but at the end of the day, it's like we're almost related.
Yeah.
We're not related, are we?
I kind of, in between cooking and in between stalking the cooler and everything else, I more or less raised you.
I was here at the store a lot. So would
Big
you
chunk
say
of it,
I'm
yeah.
your son?
No, you're not my son, no.
You have a son.
You ain't my blood. I have a member of my family that I don't particularly want to talk about right now or ever.
Jackie Jr.
You don't have to say anybody's name. I'll get up and walk the hell out of here. We ain't
Are
gonna
you
talk about
thankful
him.
for your son? Are you thankful? You think he'll be dropping by on Thanksgiving? You gonna set an extra plate out just in case he comes by? I mean, you got 4 turkeys, you said.
Well, I'll tell you what, you ain't coming over now.
Is any of them making you a ham?
You ain't getting. It don't matter what they're making me. You ain't getting none now. For
That's
that little
fine.
stunt pulling that.
It's fine. I ain't got to.
You go to 3 different places to get food. I know you. You sit at home or your grandmother's basement. You get food from her. Mm-hmm. Then you go across town. I don't know what that woman's name is, but her and her children. Mm-hmm. And you go. I know you go there and get food. If only you go. I don't know how often you go there, but I know you go there for Thanksgiving. And then you come over my house, and you want a plate of one of the ladies. You like Mrs.
Nitmitter.
Miss Nitmitter, you like her plate the best. You says, don't eat none of that.
Yeah, don't eat none of Miss Nitmitters.
Well, I'm going to. That's the first I'm going to eat this year. That's the first one I'm going to sit at the table and take a bite of and get a spoonful and put it in Miss Broyles' mouth.
Well, I guess that's okay for her. Yep. But all you do is one spoonful for her, and don't put that spoon back in the plate after it's...
I'll do what I want to. It's my spoon, and... She give the food to me, so I can do what I want with it.
Maybe I ought to just go over Miss Nitmitters first. Just cut out the middle, man.
That'd be funny. I'd like to see that.
Just drop by her place. I like how she does the stuffing and the cranberry sauce. What she does, she gets it. I've never seen anybody do this before. She gets it out of the can, right? She just slops it out of the can. It's the kind without cranberries in it, and it's still got the shape of the can on it. And then she cuts it into little thin slices, which are delicious, just that. And then she takes a knife and spreads a big heaping helping of marshmallow cream.
Yeah, it's good, too.
It's real good.
You ain't getting none this year.
It's like it bounces out the tart. It just becomes this sort of like pink mush, like half tart cranberry sauce, half marshmallow fluff.
It's mush because it's got this cellophane over it, mush it down when she puts it over the plate. It ain't like it to begin with. I don't know what it looks like put it on a plate, but then you wrap 4 or 5 pieces of saran wrap, whatever it is, around it. It's going to smush everything on the plate.
Maybe I'll go over Miss Nitmitters and see what it looks like in its native form. What do you think? She wouldn't. I went to school with her girl.
That's enough.
Cindy Nitmitter.
That's enough for her to question letting you in.
I've been to her house before.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't supposed to be there. Nobody knew I was there.
Well.
I sort of broke in.
What?
I was just looking at I was like, I wonder if Cindy, here's what happened. And this is going to sound creepy. But Cindy Nitmitter didn't give me any of her senior pictures. And I said, well, you too good to give me a picture? She said, yes. I don't like you. I don't like what I imagine you would do with that picture.
Yep. That sounds right. Yeah, all that sounds right. What the hell are you breaking into somebody's house for?
Well, Look, it's not stealing because I was going to leave her one of my senior pictures right under her pillow.
Anybody want that? Don't leave it anywhere.
This sounds bad.
It is bad. I don't want to hear any more of it.
But to me, it's like a romantic comedy. You know, in romantic comedies, when people do crazy things.
I don't watch those kind of movies, so I wouldn't know anything about it.
Like, if you talk about them out loud, they're going to see mostly, like, male point of view and crazy women and stalker behavior. But in the movie, they're hilarious and charming. And that's what it was to me, just a hilarious, charming
ain't nothing
instance of
anything,
breaking and entering.
All right, enough. I don't want to hear any more about this. You're going to get up. You know you're saying this on people. There are some people in Murfreesboro that listen to this. There are a few that listen to this.
Oh, well, then let me tell you this. Do you remember when everybody said them devil worshippers broke into Cindy Nitmitter's house and painted I Love Satan on her bedroom mirror?
What?
That was me. Because I couldn't find a picture of her. Because I liked her so much.
You better hope.
I thought that would be funny. Plus, I left like 7 senior pictures of mine scattered throughout her room. So I don't know how she didn't put it together.
I had known this, you would have never got her Thanksgiving dinner. Never. Never, not one time. If I had any idea that you was breaking in and doing all that you said, you would have never got a bite of her cranberry and turkey stuffing, mashed potato. It's all good. I know it's good.
Cranberry fluff is so good. And remember, she thought that the devil worshippers were leaving my picture as a warning to me. So everybody in town, remember, they were real. They took good care of me. And like all the big, strong men would walk me to and from wherever I had to go. And remember, you had your gun out. And you said you'd walk me to my car. And Cindy Knitmitter and I bonded because we had that experience with the devil worshippers. And we went out on a date. And she let me kiss the back of her neck.
I don't want to hear.
That was as far as she said, okay, I'm going to pick a part that's slightly intimate, but where I don't have to look at you.
I don't want to hear any more about any of this. That made the newspaper, the devil worshippers, all that. That woman scared to death. So was the youngin'.
It was a harmless prank.
I don't know if you're going to be back on here next week. I'll tell you that right now. I'm going to have to get me a new sidekick because I don't want to have somebody breaking in and entering and all of that. That's the worst kind of sidekick. Ed McMahon never did that. Never once broke into anybody's house.
I'm sure he went to the wrong car outside of a pub.
That ain't the same thing. That ain't the same thing. I don't even know why you're bringing that up.
What about public urination?
Enough.
And Lord knows we're all guilty of a little public urination. Here's what I want to say. Mrs. Knitmitter, Cindy Knitmitter,
she don't even. Cindy Knitmitter moved out of the state when she was old enough to get the hell out of here. She ain't gonna listen to this. I don't even know where she is.
She's in Norfolk, Virginia.
Where?
She's Cindy, Norfolk, Virginia.
Norfolk, Virginia?
Yeah. Cindy Knitmitter Hardcastle. I looked her up on Facebook.
What the?
We reconnected. She has a senior picture as her profile.
I have a new sidekick. I'm telling you right now. I'll have a
Look,
brand new one on here.
I'm not proud of all the things I did as a teenager or adult.
There are plenty of people that would sit down here and talk to me if I let them drink beer out the cooler. Trust me on that. Plenty of people. I can find it. I go up down the street and say, you like beer? Yeah, well, come over here, sit down, and talk with me for a little while.
That's a good podcast.
It'd be, well, yeah, it is. I'll get a new sidekick every week. I'll have a new
Well,
person.
You just call it Free Beer Podcast.
Well,
there probably is a free beer podcast. That's not bad.
That's come up with my idea if there is. You just keep it up.
But damn, that cranberry fluff.
You ain't getting a bite. Not anymore. You getting even near that plate.
So I'm thankful for Jackie. Amen.
Hell. I got to get on with, because I got something important here to do. I got to get on with my sponsor this week. And I got something I got to read here. And then my sponsor is, as of right now, this is how you're legally supposed to say it. So I'll say it, even though whatever my reservations are, that's fine.
Okay.
But Famous Cabbage and Coley's Christian vegetables. And I got a note here. Give me a paper. Yes, piece of paper. Give it here. It's over there. You tear it up. We here at the Coley's family humbly apologize to all the great parents and kids for last Wednesday's, spectacle. We hope that with prayer and, well, I can't read the handwriting of Coley's.
Why, you'd think Coley's is a big business. You'd think they have a secretary there that types something
Well, they handed me this at $25.
So somebody at Coley's just hastily, that's true, there was a lot of damage control. They hastily.
It's an apology for what who pulled last Wednesday. There was children, mamas, and daddies out there.
They're the big show.
It was supposed to be.
Coley's Christian, what is it supposed to? It's the
famous
cabbage
and Coley's
and
Christian.
the Coley's Christian vegetable.
I know it's part of it, and he said on behalf, but it doesn't say one name. On behalf of Coley's and Coley's Christian Vegetables.
What about famous cabbage? Because
would they put him on this after what he pulled? Legally, they still have to say the name for right now until they get it changed. They have to say famous cabbage and the Christian Coley's Vegetables, but I don't like saying it. It makes me mad to say it every time. Because I was on here telling, get your children down there, and a lot of parents, a lot of people out there to go see, they love Christian vegetables. Or some of the kids do, and some of the parents do, because they talk sternly about
children,
about what they need to learn, the good book and Jesus and
eating right.
Eating right too. So all of that stuff.
And eating good Coley's Halloween
double sugar lump. Halloween sweetie. That's for after you pray and after you have a good meal.
Pray first.
You've earned, or pray. You pray before you eat. You're supposed to anyway.
Why don't they have a Christian vegetable Coley's who tells you to pray first?
They do. They say pray first. They say
it, but look, you've got cabbage, either famous or guitar, and carrot, and they represent eating right.
Yeah.
Then you got double sugar lump,
which
is
dessert. That's dessert. After you eat right, after you pray, then eat right, then you get dessert. Double sugar lump.
But you
Halloween
don't have
sweetie.
anything to represent praying. Like that's the important first part of the meal.
Well, you mean they're telling you what to do. If you can't have people eating food when they're dressed up like food, ain't no kid gonna watch it and get anything from it.
What? I would watch food dressed up like. Are you saying
you'd watch anything? You'd watch. I see what you look at on the computer. It makes me sick to my stomach. Some of that stuff.
It makes you feel good.
Does not make me feel any which way or not.
Look,
well, I don't. I filth. I don't enjoy filth. You do.
I would eat. I do. I would eat. I would watch a man dressed as a hot dog eat a hot dog.
All right,
I'd
fine.
watch that
you
for
watch
a long
that
time.
Sort of. You watch filth. That's fine. I don't want to see that.
That ain't filth.
That ain't for children to see. The point is they tell you what to do. They're not praying and then sitting down and eating that. No, because they're the damn food. They're telling you what to do before you eat them when to eat them.
But shouldn't you have like the prayerful hands and like somebody in a hand costume come out?
Start your own Christian vegetables. Do it your way. You don't like how anything's done. You go do it your way.
Maybe
That's fine
I will.
with me. That's fine with me.
I can
Go find Green Bean. Lord knows he's probably looking for something to do. Go find that damn idiot. And y'all pray as much. Y'all need to pray, that's for sure.
I don't know why praying makes you so mad. You sound like ISIS.
You what? ISIS? What the hell are you talking about? I'm supposed to read an apology. I'm not.
All I do is mention praying, and then Jackie, on behalf of the Coley's Corporation, I'm assuming.
He's saying when to pray in the show, and I said they don't pray in the show because that'd be a false prayer, first off. You don't want to do that, even if you're praying on...
Why is it a false prayer?
Because you on stage and dressed
up
like
a real
food.
Prayer on stage?
Not the way that they're teaching you how to do it. You say a prayer.
What about a benediction at a damn assembly?
Well,
or a damn graduation or
They can do it however they want to. That's fine.
Preachers are up on stage.
This is Coley's Christian Vegetables. Excuse me, famous cabbage and
Grace Sayers.
Christian
They wear
vegetables.
costumes all the time.
And I didn't like that either. I didn't like the way Grace said it because that to me is a false prayer. It's put on prayer. You go stand over. If it ain't a real prayer, and the prayer may be great because I've heard them, they say good prayers. That ain't the argument. It is when
Christian
somebody...
Vegetables and the Grace Sayers.
Well, Christian Vegetables don't pray. They don't. They tell you to pray.
They do before they eat.
They tell you to do it before you eat. I'm sure at home in their private lives they do.
I'm saying.
Yeah, but that's neither here nor there. We're talking about how you entertain
Well, Carrot
children.
come from Grace Sayers. Carrot was one of the original 5 Grace Sayers.
Well, he doesn't say grace on stage dressed up like a carrot. I'm telling you that now.
No, everybody's got their limits.
Well, it's just what... it don't matter anyway. The show turned out terrible, whether they prayed or not, because Famous Cabbage, or whatever his real name is, whoever he is, didn't come out. There were parents with babies and toddlers and children, all expecting to have them talk stern to them, and you only ones, Carrot and Double Sugar Lump had to come out, and basically just, there wasn't nothing there. Each Carrot they just went through the basics, but there wasn't no songs or anything else, because someone had to show their butt and think they're too big for the damn britches, and I ain't coming, and I ain't doing this, and I ain't doing that. And there's children out there. Children.
Well, we're talking about Famous Cabbage, right?
Well, yeah, hell yeah, we're talking about Famous Cabbage. It's awful how he treated those people. Those are people come out to probably see him more than others, be quite honest with you. And him saying, I'm not going out for whatever reason. I don't even know. Just throwing a fit, I guess. And left poor Carrot and Double Sugar Lump to just try to wing it, which you can't do because it's made for three.
Made for three, and Carrot.
It was sad. People were walking away, leaving.
Yeah,
mad.
Nobody come for Carrot.
No, it'd come to see who.
Famous Cabbage.
Why, I don't know. I mean, besides the TV show's still good.
It's awesome.
The TV show, I'm still watching it. This is two separate things.
Well, you have to separate a man's art from his other art.
Well, however you want to put it, that's fine. Or whatever. I don't even know what all that means, but the show, I'm glad. I want it to stay on. So, but at the same time, he needs to get on there and apologize to these youngins and these parents that come out there to see him and left them all standing out there all night.
Well, I heard he said the show wasn't ready. The stage show wasn't ready yet.
Well, they should have been ready. He should have been ready if they were.
He's a perfectionist, and he just didn't think that it was up to his standards.
And perfectionist, my butt. He's a show off. He just wanted to show his butt while he's up there and be contrary just because. I guess just because a can be. He's living up in the Windex mansion thinking he's all this and all that. And I don't care how many children are out there. And they told him, I saw them, there are women and children out there.
He didn't care.
No, I didn't care. He don't care about nothing but himself.
I heard he's broadcasting from the Windex mansion. He said he doesn't need to leave there anymore.
On a TV show?
Yeah, he put some cameras in one of
I'll be honest, it don't really matter where he's at as long as it's him talking. Because you could be up against a brick wall or whatever. In the park or outside, don't make any difference. It's you watching it to hear him, what he got to say and how he's got to say it. So
he called me up to the mansion the other night after all this. He said, you know what, I'm never leaving this place again.
What?
And then he said, look here. He took his billfold out.
What?
And he showed me how much money he had in there.
See, that's the attitude and talk about right there. He'd rather be showing you how much money he's got than get up there and do what he said he was going to do. If you don't want to do it, fine. If you just want to do your TV show, that's fine. But you need to tell if people are out there to see you and you don't show that, nothing worse than that, as far as I'm concerned. Especially when it's children. Anything involving children is pitiful.
He said, look, $350.
Well, I don't care how much money you got.
And then he told me the show wasn't ready. That's why he didn't do it. He said, I'm a perfectionist.
Well, I don't know how he's going to do it. I know there's some Nashville lawyers right now doing their best. This is all I know about the situation. I ain't necessarily supposed to say this, but I know there's some big-time Nashville lawyers, good lawyers, working on the contract or whatever you want to call it right now, trying to get the name changed back to the way it was. Because they ain't going to put up with this, and I don't blame them. And nobody should have to put up with it. No one should. Somebody act like a big baby like that. He act like a bigger baby than all them babies out there that come to see him.
Meanwhile, his ratings are through the roof.
Well, the shows, I understand that. This is
never been higher.
Two different things, all right? Two different things. I ain't saying the show ain't good because it is. We watch it down here in the store and everything else. It's always, you know, I can't even see it necessarily. I just lean over and look at it every so often. So, you know, just it's what he says and how he says it.
Yeah,
we could take a few pointers from him. I'm
he's
telling you right now.
He's a natural broadcaster.
You better hope he don't start doing one of these because people ain't going to listen to ours no more.
He don't need to do a podcast.
Well, whatever. I'm telling you. He just gets to talking. But that's what he should have done for all them children out there.
He should have at least come
should have
out
done that.
and used them skills as a natural broadcaster to try to calm down the children before they overtook the stage.
Well, he should have come out and did the damn show he was hired to do is what he should have done.
When those kids, they'd been out there for hours and their blood sugar started dropping.
Well, yeah.
And then so Carrot and Double Sugar Lump came out and started passing out all the Halloween sweeties.
Well, all that did is just get everybody excited finally because they thought, you know, who's next. But, of course, nope, never was.
They got that sugar, and then they finally had to come out and say, it's just going to be the two of us, and they tried to wing it. And when those kids got mad and started throwing those little tiny wadded up Bible pages from the Halloween sweeties at the stage, it was like a snowstorm.
It's awful.
And then the kids started running up there and just punching Carrot.
Well, that's when parents got them all out of there and started leaving. I mean, and bless their hearts, I know, you know, some people ain't as good as others at certain things, but they're good. And bless their hearts, and I tell you what, I don't care how good or not good you are. You're good in my eyes because you went out there and tried your best to make the children happy. Anybody that tries to get out there and make the children happy they got my vote.
You got to do that.
That's right.
You got to make the children happy.
I'm here to support you.
And
I want you to.
It could have been a lot worse. Only Carrot got hurt.
Well, he wouldn't have got hurt if the show had gone on like it was supposed to. It ain't. You're sitting there saying like it's his fault. He's out there trying at least. And he got hurt. He went out there and tried and got hurt.
That's why I don't try.
Well,
that's my motto. Anytime something bad happens, I say, that's why I don't try.
Well,
that's why I don't try.
I don't know if that's
that's the lesson
right
I took.
attitude to have, you know.
That's what I got out of all
not
this.
Not in all circumstances. Maybe some, like this one, maybe. But no, he went out there. He tried his best, is what I'm saying.
And failed.
Well, yeah, I mean, considering it was supposed to be a show that entertained people, it was not that.
No, it wasn't.
But there was a reason it wasn't that. It ain't his fault. He went out there and took the beating for it, but it ain't his fault.
A literal beating at the hands of children.
And tearing at the orange fluff everywhere all around that area.
They had to go down to the glory shelf and pick up one of them knockoff Carrot costumes so he could be ready to go on Famous Cabbage's show, which they're still contracted to do, but all they do is stand in the background, the corner of the room that he's shooting from at the window.
Well, the TV show is different. They don't. Right now, I don't know how much longer that's going to be going on either, and I ain't picking sides in that situation. I'm just saying some big-time Nashville lawyers are going to get to the bottom.
Well, Famous Cabbage can afford big-time lawyers.
Well, I don't doubt it.
All he has to do is show him how much money he's got in his wallet.
Coleys don't have to show how much money they got.
They just have to show this handwritten note.
Well, I can't read the thing just because I can't read the handwriting. It ain't. I knew what they wanted to say. They said they're sorry. So they don't mention him by name except to say when they say the name because I have to. But other than that, they didn't get into it. They've taken their bigger men or bigger vegetables or whatever you want to call them than.
They're bigger men than the vegetable.
Yeah. Yes. Then, for him, just, pitiful. I still like the show. I'm not going to sit here and lie. I ain't going to be a hypocrite because I still do watch that show when he's on. But like I said, two different things. I'm still upset. You can like something and still be upset with it, I reckon, yeah.
So I got a sponsor this week, Jackie, that I think you are going to like.
I probably won't then.
Is Thanksgiving, everybody. Do you have your turkey plucked and its head cut off, ready to go in the stove, oven? Did you get all the cranberries from wherever they grow in a pond or lake or whatever that is? Did you cut bread up into cubes and put spices on it and then put gravy in it, and that's how you make stuffing, I think? Are you ready to go? Did you get a damn pumpkin pie?
What?
With some white, what is that you put on top of a pumpkin pie?
Put Cold Whip on
Cold
top
Whip,
of
that's
damn
it.
pumpkin pie, idiot.
Get ready for Thanksgiving. Do you have a mouth? And is it open and full of slobber? And can you wait to shove everything I just named in that big mouth of yours? Oh, man, that is Thanksgiving 2015. Here it comes. And if you are having that new-ish staple of Thanksgiving, green bean casserole, which I know everybody loves. Everybody loves cream and mushroom soup and cheese and crispy onions that you put on that green bean casserole. Folks, I can't wait to get some in my digestive tract. And I know you can't either. So when you are filling your plate with a big slotted spoonful of that green bean casserole and it just oozes all over a third of it and you just want to grab it with your hands and smear it all over your fucking face.
Hey, watch your mouth. I ain't gonna hear it.
This Thanksgiving 2015, take a second and write out a check to Green Bean for $5 because you legally owe it to him every time you eat a green bean. That's Green Bean. You can send it to Green Bean, CO, the back in oil fields, South Dakota, or wherever it is. It'll get to him. They all know him there. He's famous. He's getting better at the fighting. He's winning. People used to just like to watch him get beat up, but now they like to see him beat up lower people on the social status, the back in oil field social status, which is just people who have pretty much lost it living there. But he's working his way up. He fought a sane person recently and won.
All right.
It was a 17-year-old boy.
I'm going to
runaway.
Plenty of green bean
casserole. Oh, that's
casserole.
Great, because he could use that money.
I'm always going to eat it. I like wait taste, and I have it every year when they bring it to me. Bless your hearts for
Love
doing
it. Oh, it's good.
He ain't getting a dime of my money because that's a bunch of bull hockey you said right there.
I guess you'll be hearing from some high-priced back-in-oil field lawyers.
Well, that'd be fine. Let them call on me. Let me hear them say I owe him money for being an idiot when I eat like green bean casserole. That don't make any sense.
It does. Look, there's regular lawyers and the way we practice law and the laws of this country, and then there's oil field law. And he's been listening to some of them oil field lawyers, and they've been telling him, look, man, you're a green bean, so every time somebody else, gets them choppers,
they're full of
through.
it.
Nope. Well, okay, yeah, maybe out here in civilized America, but in the oil fields, they've passed a law and they all voted on it, and they killed a coyote and they all drank its blood.
I
so
don't
that's
have
law.
anything to do
that's
with
law.
They can do whatever they want up there. That's fine with me. Kill as many wolves or whatever it is you got to do, but I ain't ever gonna pay no money for eating green beans or anything else. I pay for the food when I pay for it, and that's it.
Well, oil field lawyers are also oil field lawmen, so they can show up with a corroded pipe ready to go upside your head if you don't give green bean $5.
I ain't gonna. The hell they will. I like to see somebody try to do that.
We are enjoying in America the benefits of this natural gas explosion, not an actual explosion. Metaphoric explosion, cheaper gas, energy independence. Things are looking up finally here in America thanks to the back in oil fields and the brave men and women, mostly men, who go out there because they could find nothing else and they've thrown their lives away. And they are working tirelessly day and night, Jackie, when they're not at a strip club, a weird, scary strip club, or sleeping in a Kentucky Fried Chicken parking lot where the workers make $27 an hour. Just so we can enjoy the benefits of that. So all of America, as far as the back in oil field lawyers are concerned, is ready for back in oil. It's sort of like Sharia law, but worse. So oil field law is coming, Jackie, whether you want to admit it or not. So
let it try to come. I ain't scared. All them men are fine. That's good. I'm glad they work hard up there. We appreciate all the work and the oil and everything. None of that's got anything to do with an idiot dressed up like a green bean wanting money because other people are eating green beans. They ain't got nothing to do with it. Nothing. And
Look,
he ain't getting nothing from me.
his oil field lawyer manager says he's getting ready to start getting paid for
Well,
fights.
he can do whatever he wants to up there. That's fine.
So
if that's how he wants to live like an idiot the rest of his life, and that's fine with me. But he ain't getting a dime of my money for doing it.
So with the money from the fights that's coming and the money that he's going to make when everybody eats a green bean casserole, he's finally going to be doing okay. I feel like this last month and a half of 2015 is green beans' time to shine.
Ever going to be doing okay till he takes off a damn outfit. Walk around feeling sorry for himself.
Why don't you take off your outfit? See how far you get.
I wear clothes. I don't wear a costume with green bean or vegetable or anything like that. He does that, and some other people we know do that, and that's fine if that's what you're going to do for a living. But he ain't doing nothing for a living but walk around looking like an idiot. That's all he's doing.
Guitar cabbage. I'm not going to, folks, if this is your first episode, I'm not going to give you the whole backstory. You're going to have to listen back a few episodes. I'm sorry. Just breaking it down, Famous Cabbage originally was in the, you know what? It's not going to matter. It's not going to make a difference to you, and you're not going to understand it. And then it's really not going to make a difference to me, and I'm not really going to understand it. So I would have wasted both of our times.
Yeah.
So
That's for sure, yeah.
Let me just say to anybody listening who understands the words I'm saying, Guitar Cabbage started a YouTube channel where he does pop song covers in his cabbage outfit, and he has 9 million subscribers. He just did Adele's Hello, and he's at 17 million views right now.
Wow.
Adele commented on it and said it was better than hers.
Well, good for him. Glad he's doing something.
No, I'm sorry. Adele fan 1271 commented on it and said,
I wouldn't be surprised if Coley's Christian Vegetables may be giving him a call, pretty soon. I wouldn't be surprised at all about that, because at least he shows up and plays guitar, does what he's supposed to do.
Why would he go back and give up YouTube?
Well, he can do whatever he wants. I'm just saying.
So that's green bean. Folks, if you eat a green bean, you owe green bean some money.
And if you give him some money, you about as big an idiot as he is.
So address it to Green Bean CO back in Oilfield, South Dakota, or wherever. The Oilfield mailmen will get it there.
What?
The oilfield mailmen are there who you really got to fear. You know, the oilfield laws, the way things work in the oilfield, it's crazy. It's like Bizarro, but not funny at all. It's scary, and it's life or death up there, Jackie, and it's cold, and nobody has anything to live for, and their fingernails are black.
What's that got to do
And they're
with
never going to come clean.
That ain't got nothing to do with him dressed up like an idiot wanting me to give him money for what I eat. If I eat something he's dressed up like. That don't have anything to do with them hard-working men up there.
Well, you don't understand intellectual
What do you
property.
mean I don't understand?
And oilfield law, I guess.
He ain't intellectual nothing. He's just an idiot dressed up like that, and I'm going to eat whatever I want to eat this Thanksgiving.
Well, don't say I didn't warn you.
And warn me all you
No,
want.
if they'll come and they'll with interest and penalties.
Well,
They're like the IRS, only in the service of a green bean.
Well, I'll get Don Paul to settle all that. I ain't scared of no big-time lawyer unless, if they ain't out of Nashville, then the hell with them.
Hey, look there. You see him? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home red state update podcast and them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
Hey, Jackie Broyles here.
Folks, people, it's your good buddy Dunlap. Jackie, it's no... What's the matter?
Nothing.
What were you, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I guess you. I wasn't going to say nothing.
Are you sick?
I'm just gassy.
It's a podcast.
Huh?
I know it's not the most professional thing in the world, and we don't do the most professional job of it. It's just a strange way to start out a podcast.
I can't help what it is. It's happening when it's happening. You know, I mean, nothing you can do about it. Yeah.
Are you sick, though? You need to lie down?
No, I'm gassy. Gassy, got gas built up. You know what that means? Hell.
So,
that ain't sick.
No. Just the way your body's acting.
Acting today, yeah. I'll take me some of them Tums or whatever it is. Alka-Seltzer.
So welcome to the podcast, folks.
Yeah.
Hope you're enjoying it so far. We did our sponsors. We talked about what sort of gas medicine Jackie was going to take. And now we're at the segment known as news.
Well, first, I want to thank everybody have good Thanksgiving. I want to say that. Everybody's going to have Thanksgiving. Just want to say
now we're at the thank you and happy Thanksgiving
all
section.
of you have a happy Thanksgiving. I know a lot of people fighting this and that on the computer, everywhere else on TV. You just try to get along with your family. Everybody sitting around the table, whatever it is they're mad about. Somebody may like Donald Trump. Somebody may like Hillary. Just talk about something else.
You know, that used to be a thing. That's a thing that people said happened. Oh, Thanksgiving's going to be terrible. We're all getting together. We have different points of view.
Yeah.
It's going to be uncomfortable. There might be some disagreements. I might have to hear an opinion I don't agree with, and I'll be in an awkward position because it's a family member. Thanksgiving is awkward sometimes because of these political differences, these differing viewpoints on life and the way we should live it.
Yeah.
How is that worse than Facebook every day? Every day you are fighting with somebody you know about something.
I don't
every day.
I don't get on there. I don't know the first thing about it.
That's a cliche now. Like, it's going to be awkward sitting there with the whatever, drunk uncle, drunk aunt. Oh, my racist grandpa. Those people are all on Facebook.
You're getting a
barrage of racist and crazy conspiracy theories and propaganda against whatever thing you hold dear. Every day. It's people from high school. It's people you work with. It's people you used to go out with. It's relatives. Like, who cares about Thanksgiving? People are a lot more polite to your face than they are on Facebook. Thanksgiving is like a respite from fighting. Even if you go home, like that girl that left the damn, what's the church that protests the funerals?
What?
Westboro Baptist Church. Even if, like, that girl that broke away and got out of that, we talked to her, didn't we, in one of our videos?
I think
that's the one that got out. And I'd like to think I played a part in that.
Well,
I like to think what she's doing now is basically just looking for me.
What?
Even if she goes home to Thanksgiving, to the Phelps family Thanksgiving, and everybody's spewing all that nonsense, that hateful, awful nonsense at her, that's still not as bad as what Facebook is like for 99% of people in the world today. Thanksgiving is much, much better than Facebook. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, should be. Thanksgiving should be better than computers. Anything like that, yeah. That's tradition. Something you should enjoy and do your best to.
Not my point, but
well,
I know you're trying.
Well, I think computers is one thing, and then Thanksgiving has been around a lot longer than
That's
computers.
true.
Changed
Thanksgiving has.
Pilgrims way back then.
Yep.
Plymouth Rock.
That's hundreds of years ago.
Yep.
So happy Thanksgiving, everybody. We hope you enjoy it. We hope you have a great Thanksgiving. If things get dicey sitting with your family around the table,
Just tell them to listen to this.
yep, and we'll talk you through it. It's a diversion so that people can focus their anger and ire on us. Do you want us to do that? If you want to, we'll start right now. You can just forward to this part on the podcast. We will say some controversial things, and everybody at your dinner table can get mad at us.
It's people when they get to fighting and stuff on Facebooks, Twitters, churches, all that. If people get upset and you don't feel like fighting, just put up one of these on their computer thing.
So you're saying we're the salve that soothes political
Or if
disagreement
you
in America.
Or if you're fighting, make them mad, rile them up even more.
Yep.
Some people like to do that. I don't understand it.
We can do both.
Sometimes we manage to do that at the same time, both.
I don't want to get on a soapbox like one of the last George Carlin specials, but let me just say, we were presented with a problem in this country, and we'd all said about fixing it. Was there ever a time when that happened, or am I crazy?
Why?
Nowadays, we're presented with a problem, and we all set about figuring out how to tell people the way they should be outraged about it. It ain't even being outraged. It's managing other people's outrage. We should be figuring out what to do about ISIS, right?
Well, go over there and kick your butts is what I say, but...
ISIL, dash.
I don't know how you're supposed to say
They
it.
say you don't say ISIS.
ISIS used to be something else.
Words count.
Yeah.
ISIS was Captain Marvel, Shazam's girlfriend.
That's an old kiddie show. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Where Captain Marvel would ride around with Mentor. Billy Batson. Young teenage Billy Batson. Tight sweatered Billy Batson riding around with the Mentor. His elderly...
I don't remember all the names.
White jacketed gentleman in a camper van. It was the 70s.
Yeah.
They got to see a lot of the country. And Captain Marvel used his powers, his mystical, magical powers.
Say Shazam.
World's mightiest mortal, Jackie.
That's Shazam, right? He'd
And
say
he would
Shazam.
help, yeah,
Turn
he'd say
into
Shazam.
Yeah.
And he would help runaways or if there was a
All them
dog
shows,
on the loose on the freeway.
all the same. That and the Hulk, everybody there on the road and something happens,
Yeah.
Different people every week.
The Hulk is designed to battle dragons. But on the TV show, it's like, a mad bookie coming after a waitress
Yeah.
played by...
He'd help him out however he had to. Yeah, whatever happened. Then, move on next town. He don't ever find no place. Hulk never find no place to settle down.
I couldn't think of a good actress for the waitress to be played by on the Hulk.
Meredith Baxter-Birney.
Yeah.
All right.
Or older, maybe Selma Diamond. Okay, let's say a show with the Hulk, Selma Diamond, and Meredith Baxter-Birney is a good show.
I like old Hulk. I like a show like that. I like when different things happen. It's either you go different places or people come from different places to you.
Here's Boomer.
He went, as a dog, went different places.
Yeah.
And then Gunsmoke, different people come through.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing, Bonanza. Who's going to come in next week? It's different people.
Star Trek, you go places.
You go places. Other shows, you stay right there, and other
And they
things
come to you.
Yeah. I'm not saying one's better than the other. It's just all TV shows.
Nowadays,
same
it's
thing.
just like, or ER, people come through the ER.
Yeah, in the hospital. You're always in the hospital.
Different people. Lawyer, Ally McBeal, different people come. Will you take my case?
Yep.
That show had unisex bathrooms 20 years ago, Jackie.
What? That's probably why I didn't watch it.
That is something
Well,
bad. I should scold you for.
Well, whatever. I
Getting
don't care
back
for
to
watching
my
that.
point.
I like a lawyer show without all of that stuff. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is, unless that's the case, was it something that
I think it was
somebody
at some
got
point.
sued
I
over
don't
that?
know. I didn't.
Well, if it's just there for no reason, then I don't
You're
want it.
saying Perry Mason, we didn't know where he went to the bathroom.
Didn't need to
matter.
know where he went to the bathroom. I don't want to know.
I don't either.
He went to the handicap thing, but that's still, either way, I don't like thinking about it. I don't want to know. I don't want to think about that part. I want to see him in the courtroom.
The thing about this, I don't want to be all like anti-libertarian, but the disabled Americans, what's that called? ADA?
Yeah.
That didn't exist back in Perry Mason days.
No. He still got respect, not necessarily because he's good what he did.
Wait, was he in a wheelchair?
Wasn't Perry Mason? Who was in the which one was in the
You're
wheelchair?
talking about Ironsides.
Was Ironsides in the wheelchair? I could have swore Perry Mason was.
Maybe later when he got so big.
I get all them old shows mixed up. It's a lawyer, except for Matlock. That stands out. Had Andy Griffith on it. He wasn't in no wheelchair.
Didn't need one.
No.
Spry as a goose.
Yep.
Goose? Is that a... So look, now something happens and people get mad at ISIS and people get mad at you for being mad at ISIS, or maybe you're mad at ISIS in the wrong way.
Who gets mad at you for being mad at ISIS? Who gets mad about that?
How are you mad at ISIS? Are you mad at ISIS?
I'm mad at him because it blowed a bunch of people up is why I'm mad at him.
They move off of ISIS because they find ways that instead of being mad at ISIS, they can be mad at the rest of America. So then it turns
What's
into...
America...
I
Besides
don't know, then we move on to the refugees so that everybody, that's better than being mad at ISIS because you can just be mad about the refugees because that's not being mad at ISIS, a situation which we have no idea how to fix, but we can get mad at the person who, either thinks that you are unchristian and selfish by not letting refugees in, or you can be mad at the other person because they're naive and cynical and stupid and going to get our high school football team blown up on Friday when ISIS infiltrates the concession stand.
Oh, hell.
Look.
But I won't say something. Now, look, what the refugees people conflicted over. I don't think anybody's conflicted over being mad at ISIS.
They stop talking about ISIS. On Facebook, it moved to ways they can just be mad at each other.
But everybody's in agreement, or should be, and I think that's true. I think Obama's just a dummy and don't know how to do nothing right. Other people think he's trying to help him. I don't think that's the case. I think he's scared. He got one president because Iraq supposedly people don't want to go on there, so he don't want to send nobody in because that's people who voted for him be mad at him. But I guarantee you, if he sent people in, Republicans would still be mad at him. Either way. So he's just a dummy as far as I'm concerned. But everybody wants to get rid of him. Everybody does.
Of Obama?
Well, him too, yeah. Well, he's going either way. That's the one thing we can celebrate about.
Who's responsible for ISIS? Bush?
No.
Clinton?
Well, people
on
say...
Facebook, got a lot of choices.
I say Obama is, because he pulled all the troops out. So there.
You should really be on Facebook, Jackie.
No, sir. I
enjoy
don't
it.
want to get on there. And it's bad enough just talking about it here. I don't want to say something on a computer.
And listen to this. If I see one more on my Facebook of a Good Samaritan or a Mary getting turned away at the end, or any liberal using a Bible thing to say that conservative Christians are mean for not letting refugees in, that may be the case, but you can't be mad at them for picking and choosing the Bible, and then you're just picking and choosing parts of the Bible you like to get mad at conservatives too. Yeah, everybody likes the Jesus parts, but if they can say a dinosaur was on the ark, they can also say Jesus doesn't care about refugees. It's kind of the same. Like, you can't just say the Bible. You can't get mad at them for saying the Bible says hate gays and then saying that their thoughts on what Jesus would feel about turning the other cheek to ISIL should be, because none of it makes any sense. None of it makes any sense. It doesn't matter what side you're on. It's like we just found a manual to a 1978 Mitsubishi, and we're trying to make it apply to every single event in our life and everybody else's, mainly everybody else's. I wish there was a dinosaur on the ark. I wish Jesus did tell us to blow up ISIS.
Well, he sure didn't say, I don't think he said, some people saying Jesus said, let ISIS come in your house. He got better sense. I think Jesus won't take care of somebody that wants to take care of the family.
Well, some people are saying, let all the refugees in. And some of the people are saying, no, if there's one refugee in, it's like a tainted bean. What was it? Did Marco Rubio say that? Who said
One
that?
of them said, if you get a bunch of peanuts and you give it to your child, would you give it to them knowing that there's one peanut in there that's going to make them sick, die, poison, whatever?
So what would Jesus say about these peanuts?
He'd make fish, give you something else to eat. That's what he'd do. He said that's what he'd do. He didn't have to do
He's
things.
Smart. When they brought that kid to him, it was like, I want this kid, and I want this kid. Jesus was like, well, I'll zap him and turn him into 2 kids.
He didn't say that. You reading different parts of the Bible. No, Jesus didn't zap nobody.
Well, Jesus is wise is the point of it. I know
Yes,
he didn't
he's
literally
wise.
zap anybody. It's a metaphor. I understand that. He didn't literally zap anybody.
But he did magic. He did some stuff. He walked on water. He brought people back to life. So he did do magic. He just didn't. Maybe he zapped Lazarus. If you won't call it that way, zapped. I just think lay hands. But Jesus would probably, none of us would know how Jesus would take care of anything. Let me say right now, everybody thinks they're smarter on what Jesus would do. Either way, Jesus had magic powers. Jesus was wise beyond wise and could make things appear, disappear, bring people back from dead. It don't apply to us. There's no way we could figure out how he's going to use all at his disposal to take care of whatever situation.
That's true. But when you go down that road, that scares people, because then if what Jesus said doesn't apply to us in this case of ISIS, if you're saying, well, he said turn the other cheek and be nice, but he didn't know about the threat of ISIS, so he can't let these refugees in, and we should blow up a lot of innocent people. That's true. But then everything else in the Bible could say, well, nobody could have figured on Instagram, so I guess I can eat this shellfish.
Wow. I don't know the good book
You got
as well
to throw
as
it
I
all
should.
away is what I'm saying.
You don't throw the good book away. No, sir. No, you don't. You keep that and you read it, and it gives you faith and gets you through the day, and knowing that the good Lord's there with you.
It was a metaphor. Don't really throw the Bible
You
away.
can talk fancy all you want to on here. I'm just saying everybody reads it and does it a different way. That's like, okay, same thing. It's like everybody says, some people think all Muslims are bad because they read the
Not all
Quran.
Muslims.
That's what some people say, but that's not true. Some Muslims read the Quran or whatever. Is that how you say it, Quran?
Yeah, and they read it more like the Bible.
Well, they read it and behave different than ISIS. Do they read it? I don't even know. They say they do.
We don't know what's in the Quran.
So why can't people be the same way with the Bible? The difference is not as many people reading the Bible blowing people up, but they did it one time or whatever, so you don't know.
I think what we're saying is, if you're not going to throw the Bible away and you're not going to believe everything it says, then of course you're going to pick and choose it. And so half the people pick and choose these things that make them vote for Donald Trump. The other half pick and choose the things that make them vote for Bernie Sanders. Neither of those people are going to be president, so I guess it doesn't matter.
Well, that's true right there, yeah. So we wasted a breath for a long time.
Wow, we're nearly at an hour. But I think we solved some problems, and we
We
weren't
didn't
even
solve
on Facebook.
anything. We didn't know what to do. I don't know how I feel about all these refugees. Because that's, if there is one this bad. But here's the thing. You know damn well that if NSA can listen in on my phone and hear whatever it is, and I don't care. If they won't do that, that's fine. I don't know why they would be doing it, but whatever. It's to protect this country. If the Bush laws that are still in place, the good Bush laws, and I'm not talking about whatever Obama has done to it, but in all them, all of them, they're going to watch them refugees no matter where they go. all the time. They are.
We're all getting watched all the time, no matter what. So if you think they're just going to set a bunch of refugees loose
and not watch where they go,
no matter what they say,
they may say they ain't doing it. They may say, oh, we those rights or whatever, but no, they're going to watch them. Now, I ain't saying they're going to watch them enough. I don't know how I feel. I'm just saying people are going to be watching them more. People who are being all lovey-dovey to them, which if you follow in Jesus, good for you. Now, Michael Moore, now, you know how I feel about him. He going to take those refugees in his house.
How big's his house?
It's big enough for him. I'm sure it's big.
So probably he's got a wing where he never has to talk to him. Rich people have wings of the house where they can have family stay with them and never really
good
see
for
them.
the refugees. They're good for them. They're the ones thanking him for that. Imagine being a refugee and having to hear him go over and over again what a good person he is for taking them in. And whatever else politics he's going to run his mouth about. He's probably sitting there making them watch his movies. So now that you're in America, you need to learn about this and show them all that propaganda he makes. So, yeah, I don't know.
People are really astonished at some of this anti-refugee. Liberals, when they hear the presidential candidates on the GOP side, they get real mad. They get mad at Rubio and Cruz. They say these are the children of refugees, right? The children of refugees, and that they won't even let refugees in. Like, that's shocking. I don't understand. People are assholes. It doesn't matter if they're refugees. People are terrible. We could get actual Syrian refugees in who decide to run for something later, and they'd be like, if they're running as Republican, like, keep the refugees out. That's just what's going to happen. Those people are trying to get votes. People are like, oh, those hypocrites. They're not hypocrites. They're assholes running for president.
They was mad. Everybody's mad not too long ago. Remember about all Mexican babies. They mad as hell. Don't let them in. There's always going to be another group that don't want in. Now, whether they should get in or not, I ain't going to get into that.
I'm not saying, we ain't saying it's good or bad. We're just saying this happens every few months.
It's probably somewhere like it used to be years ago, somewhere in the middle, but there ain't no middle anymore.
No,
Obama took care of that. Yeah.
I blame Zuckerberg. I think he was like, we have to get this. Because think about it. This country is more the polls show people are more polarized, more entrenched on their political beliefs than ever before. That dovetails with the rise of Facebook. It's Mark Zuckerberg who is poisoning Americans' minds against each other.
Zuckerberg, he's the man who made the computer, right?
Yep.
That boy, yeah.
He's the reason.
He's mean, right?
Mean.
Yeah.
He's the reason that Thanksgiving is better than Facebook now. He's the reason that Donald Trump may become president, even though I just said he wasn't going to, which is true. He's not.
He ain't going to, no.
But he's getting pretty close.
He's getting close. He's going to run for president. I don't know what they're going to do. Everybody's saying, this is all the crazy people, or Dr. Ben Carson, people don't like him. He was doing good. He ain't doing good now. But it's close. I don't know how the hell what's going to happen.
It's going to be a last-minute save.
Mitt Romney may come show up on the convention floor for all I know. I hope not.
He'll be on the convention floor, but you think as president?
He tried to say something. Who knows? Let me throw my at this last minute here before we go down this road. Because people, listen, I don't care. Even if you like him, and, if you like him, people like him because he's entertaining. People like him because he's racist. Or people like him for whatever reasons, funny. He ain't. Just set your sights. Enjoy it while it lasts, because he ain't gonna be president of this country. Which I ain't got necessarily a problem with. The only problem I got with that is that probably means going to be President Hillary.
There was that theory that he's running for her.
That's what people say. I've heard that he buddy with Clinton, goes out golfing with them, have big time with them. She was at his house. He give them money and everything else. They could have said, we're gonna make you go out there and be the worst that you can be, which really ain't too much difficult for him. They didn't probably have to pay him much for that.
He might have paid them.
Yeah, said, let me do this for you. But I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know. But something's weird. Something ain't right. This election, something ain't right with it. I'm telling you right now. It's different.
It's the differentest election ever.
But if Hillary Clinton ends up winning because of all this mess, then who cares whether the refugees get in or not? I don't give a damn.
They won't be wanting in.
Yeah, you damn right about that.
They'll be saying, no, thank you.
They coming in now. It's the tail end of Obama. Like we ain't going to have but a few months of him, all right?
Refugees smart.
Some of them, yeah. Some of them real smart.
Oh, they're all kinds. I'm sure there's some dumb ones, too.
Well, yeah, it's just all... Just if you run in, smart people, dumb people, mean people, nice people, they run,
Speaking of refugees.
So in that respect, one of them, that main one in there, could do something. You don't know. You don't know.
You don't know.
That one main one. Now, I ain't saying don't let all of them in because of that one. I don't know. Like I said, it don't matter. If something don't happen quick, if somebody don't come out and say we're on candid camera and Trump started laughing, and I tell you, if that did happen, I'd laugh too.
It'd be funny.
It would be funny.
That'd be a good one.
It'd be a real good one. I'd laugh. Alan Funt, God rest his soul.
Come out and say, hey.
Well, not him. I'm just saying it's his idea. He came up with that show. It's funny if all young people don't know what it is. He'd get a secret camera and hide it and scare people or, pull a prank. Mostly scare them, you jump. It's funny to watch people do that.
Speaking of refugees, Bobby Jindal has dropped out of the presidential race. We lost another one. Little old Bobby Jindal is...
I like little old Bobby Jindal. I was enjoying watching him. He'd huff and puff, get so mad in those little debates. Little Bobby Jindal in a little debate.
He could not make any headway. He said, now's not his time.
I like little Bobby Jindal, though. I'm going to miss him.
He said no, he didn't want refugees either.
Well, I know that, yeah.
Yeah, it goes without saying. Oh, well, you need a clean house. He mad at Washington. All of them need to go. Both sides.
If people just start realizing something, like what's all that Planned Parenthood stuff, like people looking at the video or whatever the word, I didn't look at it, but they go, good Lord, they're killing babies. Well, you knew they was doing that already, but just now, because that thing come out, now all of a sudden you want to shut it down. Like you didn't know that's what they did to begin with. I ain't saying whether it's right or wrong, keep it open. I'm just saying hypocrisy and all of it makes me mad. If you didn't like Planned Parenthood, you'd have never liked them.
It's all about, I'm telling you, Zuckerberg is behind it all. It's all for Facebook.
But people don't know compare Zuckerberg. If he's smart and mean like it, I'd probably right. Probably should be more worried about him and a refugee.
This is stupid. I'm sitting on here complaining. It's about like a damn Andy Rooney monologue.
I miss him too. Yeah, him, Alan Funt, both of them. They're good on TV.
You just complaining about something that everybody uses. So it's pointless. Like everybody in the world uses Facebook. They're going to continue to use Facebook. It's like Andy Rooney talking about a car or the floor. I mean, everybody uses it.
Did Alan Funt ever scare Andy Rooney? I can't remember. It'd be funny. He'd be mad, complaining about something.
Then it'd be like the next.
Books fly off his desk or something, scare him. Alan Funt filming him all the time. That'd be good.
Andy Rooney, he's a lot.
He'd just get madder after that. If you did that, he'd be talking about you next week. That's all, I hate it when they scare me like that.
Do you ever wonder when candid camera comes in your office? Does that sound anything like, let me work on my Andy Rooney.
Yeah, almost a little bit like him. Yeah, right there. Yeah.
I don't understand what people's problem is with the floor. Floors are good things for people to walk on. If you need to get from point A to point B and you're inside of a house, you're going to have to use a floor. Or is that Ira Glass?
I don't know who it is. It started out like him, and then it ended up something else. I don't know what it is. But it's good talking. I like hearing people complain about, Well, see, Andy Rooney always complained over little things. It wasn't like refugees or,
What's the problem with Muslims?
Now, see, he wouldn't do that.
He wouldn't do that.
He'd be like this keychains. Like what this...
Keychains.
Yeah. But that's things like that. I wish people did that on the computer more than Muslims and refugees.
Complain about keychains.
Well, I mean, that's one thing he talked about. He talked about everything. I mean, there wasn't like tape. I remember one time got mad at the roll of tape.
He is... People do that online, actually.
Well...
He's kind of the father of what people do online. Just complaining.
Yeah.
About every little thing.
Only thing different...
Trying to be funny, and you're just old.
Instead of having a computer in front of him, had a camera in front of him. It's the only difference.
Good old Andy Rooney. He's dead. Alan Funt's dead.
He's gone. God rest their souls. They was good people. Good to have. I miss. They ain't good people on TV complain like him
it's
anymore.
all on Facebook.
Well,
you want some complaining, go on Facebook.
You go on Fox and people get mad, but it ain't funny mad. It used to be fun. Bill O'Reilly used to be.
He's a little bit like Bill O'Reilly's a little bit
funny mad sometimes, but then
why do people get? Because if somebody does something to Bill O'Reilly, that's all he's going to talk about for a month.
Well, yeah,
he's still talking about George Will, right? That'll last 8 years.
He'll draw that out as long as it can. Yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah, I like it.
When he's just mad when he has some segment of his that's controversial, and then he has a panel of experts on just to talk to him about the segment of his show that aired. That is great.
That's
that is
good.
Good television.
I like it though, like you said, when he's mad at George Will. Like when he's mad at black people, it's hard.
Not as good.
Not as good.
Not as good.
You feel bad if you're enjoying it. You're like, I shouldn't like this. But when he's talking about George Will, I'll watch that till the cows come home.
So what we need to do is move him away from talking about other races.
That's what
women.
Yeah.
And have him talk about rolls of tape.
Yeah.
And the floor.
And yeah. His commute, getting to and from.
Stop doing his eyebrows. Have him take a camera out to a damn bodega and look at fruit.
I'd watch it.